Hello everyone, it's us, the team at TV Days Drama Digest, back once again with an in-depth, heart-pounding update from the world of Days of Our Lives. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and dramatic storylines yet, the ongoing hunt for John Black. Rumors are swirling that not only is John missing under perplexing circumstances, but there are also whispers that his character might even be remade in a shocking new twist. Is this true? And what does it mean for the legacy of one of Salem's most iconic figures? Join us as we break down every twist, every secret, and every suspenseful moment that unfolded on January 4th and speculate on what may come next. The hunt for John Black, a desperate search, begins in today's episode. The tension in Salem was palpable as Marlena Evans, determined and heartbroken, continued her relentless search for her missing husband, John Black. Teaming up with Steve Johnson, Paul Narita, and Andrew Donovan, Marlena is driven by a single, desperate goal: to finally locate John and learn the truth about his mysterious disappearance. John, who has long been the subject of rumor and speculation, had vanished under circumstances that no one could fully explain. His fate has remained shrouded in uncertainty, leaving Marlena and all of Salem in a state of constant worry. Adding to the urgency, the episode opens with a startling development. While Marlena and Steve are in the midst of their investigation, they stumble upon a distressing clue. In a daring move, Steve broke into a building that was suspected to be connected to John's last known location. Inside an office, he found evidence that hinted at the involvement of the notorious Orpheus, a villain whose return to Salem has long been feared. This discovery not only confirmed Marlena's worst suspicions, but also raised the stakes dramatically. Could Orpheus, with his dark and twisted agenda, be the key to unraveling the mystery of John's disappearance? Orpheus returns. A haunting encounter. No sooner had the investigation heated up than a chilling scene unfolded that would send shivers down the spine of every viewer. In a moment that felt ripped straight from the darkest corners of a thriller, Orpheus, disguised as a waiter, made a sudden appearance in Marlena's hotel room. Marlena, already on high alert and deeply troubled by the possibility that John might be in danger, was caught completely off guard when the sinister figure stepped into her private space. Orpheus wasted no time in taunting Marlena. With a cruel smirk and a cold glint in his eye, he hinted that John was in trouble and that the ICE, International Security Agency, would soon be closing in on him. His cryptic words suggested that John had infiltrated a secret facility in Estonia, posing as a scientist, only to be caught in a dangerous situation involving a nuclear device. His revelation was as disturbing as it was vague, leaving Marlena to wonder if this nefarious plan was somehow connected to her husband's disappearance. Enraged and terrified, Marlena demanded answers from Orpheus. However, instead of clarifying the mystery, the villain escalated the situation by drawing a gun and issuing ominous warnings. Refusing to be intimidated, Marlena grabbed her luggage and, in a burst of adrenaline, struck Orpheus with it, knocking him out. With the dangerous villain temporarily subdued, Marlena seized the moment to call the ICE and report his capture, desperate for any clue that might lead her to John. Yet, in a stunning twist, as Andrew turned away to follow up on another lead, Orpheus managed to slip free from his restraints and vanish into the shadows once more. A haunting discovery, the unconscious figure, and the shocking false alarm. As the investigation continued at the facility, tension reached its zenith. In a dramatic sequence that left hearts pounding, Steve and Marlena discovered a lifeless figure slumped over a table in a dimly lit room. The man's gray hair and somber appearance were strikingly reminiscent of John Black. Overwhelmed with terror and disbelief, Marlena cried out, "Oh my God! Is that John?" For a brief, agonizing moment, it seemed as though the long-anticipated reunion might finally come at the cost of John's life. However, Upon closer inspection, the team quickly realized that the figure on the table was not John after all. Although the sight caused a ripple of relief, it also deepened the mystery. The man turned out to be a famous nuclear scientist, Dr. Carl Pilkington, whose presence at the facility added a whole new layer of intrigue. Before he succumbed to his injuries, Dr. Pilkington revealed a shocking piece of information. He claimed that John had been in the room with him, but they took him, along with the nuclear device, before he could provide any further details. With that cryptic statement, Dr. Pilkington died, leaving Marlena, Steve, and the rest of the team with more questions than answers. The chase continues, confrontations and clues. Meanwhile, as Marlena and Steve were piecing together these clues, the tension in Salem was mounting elsewhere. Andrew, determined to follow every lead, went to check on Orpheus once more, only to find himself at gunpoint. Orpheus, ever the slippery villain, had managed to free himself from the ropes Marlena had used to bind him earlier. The ensuing standoff was fraught with danger until Paul Narita arrived on the scene, swiftly turning the tables. With a gun pointed at the unrepentant villain, Paul's commanding presence forced Orpheus into a reluctant truce. In a moment of dark irony, Orpheus sneered, "You really are your father's son," hinting at a complex legacy that still haunts Salem. Andrew, ever the investigator, assured everyone that the ISA would be questioning Orpheus further, hoping to extract more clues about John's whereabouts and the ominous events at the facility. Back in the lab, Marlena and Steve combed through files and records with feverish intensity. Their investigation uncovered shocking evidence that left them both reeling, though the details remained shrouded in mystery. What they discovered could hold the key to John's fate and, perhaps, expose a conspiracy that spans far beyond what anyone in Salem had imagined. The ripple effects, personal betrayals and heartbreak in Salem while the search for John and the mystery of Orpheus' involvement dominate the day's events. The personal dramas in Salem continue to unfold with equal intensity. In another part of town, Jada's secret comes dangerously close to being exposed. Jada, still haunted by her past indiscretions and the one-night stand with Sean that occurred before the imposter swap, finds herself caught between loyalty and the crushing weight of guilt. Determined to put an end to the constant cycle of deception, Jada reaches out to Belle Black, sending an SOS for help. Her goal is to expose EJ for the Rafe Arnold swap, a scandal that has already rocked the foundations of the DiMera family. But the web of secrets grows ever more tangled. In a cascade of revelations, Sean confides in JJ about his deep-seated fears that his mistake with Jada will irreparably damage her relationship with Rafe. Sean's internal struggle is compounded by the relentless pressure of keeping his secret hidden, a secret that threatens to undermine everything he's worked for. As the characters grapple with betrayal and loss, every whispered conversation and tearful confession adds to the overall sense of impending disaster. Simultaneously, Rafe's simmering fury reaches a boiling point as he confronts EJ with fierce threats. Their explosive confrontation is a culmination of years of unresolved tension, and Rafe's words carry a fatal warning that leaves no doubt about the consequences of EJ's actions. In a stunning twist of fate, Rafe's confrontation escalates to such an extent that he becomes one of the prime suspects in the shocking shooting of EJ, a dramatic turn that promises to upend the status quo in Salem. A town in turmoil, the aftermath of violence and betrayal as the dramatic events of the day ripple through Salem, the impact is felt by every corner of the community. The haunting discovery of a lifeless figure that may or may not be John, the chilling escape of Orpheus, and the personal betrayals that continue to tear families apart all contribute to a pervasive atmosphere of uncertainty and dread. In one particularly emotional scene, Kate is seen delivering the devastating news of EJ's condition to Roman, leaving him to grapple with the possibility that his son might be on the brink of death. Kayla, too, plays her part, conveying the gravity of the situation to Chad, whose heart is heavy with worry. And as these stories unfold, even characters like Holly and Paulina find themselves forced to confront the painful reality that the secrets of Salem come at a steep price. Throughout the episode, the search for John Black becomes a symbol of hope and despair. While Marlena and Steve's efforts to locate John are driven by love and the desperate need for closure, each new clue only deepens the mystery. The lingering questions about John's fate and the cryptic hints provided by Dr. Carl Pilkington and Orpheus cast a long shadow over Salem, suggesting that the battle to uncover the truth is far from over. A final thought: what lies ahead for Salem and its inhabitants? The events of today have set the stage for a new and uncertain chapter in the saga of Days of Our Lives. As Marlena, Steve, Andrew, Paul, and the rest of the dedicated team continue their search for John Black, the stakes have never been higher. With every secret that comes to light, every betrayal exposed, the future of Salem is in a state of flux. Will John be found before it's too late? Or will the dark forces that haunt Salem claim him forever? And what role will Orpheus play in this unfolding drama? Will his escape and cryptic warnings be the key to unraveling the mystery, or will they plunge Salem into even deeper chaos? These are the questions that keep fans riveted, and every moment brings us one step closer to the truth. The emotional toll on the characters is profound. Marlena's desperate search for her husband, the chilling discoveries made by Steve and Andrew, and the cascading betrayals among family and friends paint a picture of a town on the brink of disaster. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there is a glimmer of hope, a belief that no matter how dark the secrets, the truth will eventually shine through, bringing with it the possibility of redemption and a new beginning. In conclusion, your thoughts and predictions as we wrap up today's explosive recap. We invite you to share your thoughts and theories. Do you believe the lifeless figure on the table is really John, or is it just another cruel twist in a tangled web of deceit? What do you think Orpheus's true motives are, and how far will his influence stretch in Salem? And most importantly, can Marlena, Steve, and their team uncover the truth before it's too late? Your insights, predictions, and emotional reactions are what fuel our community, and we're eager to hear what you have to say about these dramatic events. Join the conversation in the comments below, and let's discuss the future of Days of Our Lives together. Thank you for joining us at TV Days Drama Digest as we navigate the suspense, heartbreak, and relentless mystery that defines Salem. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.